Oh hey, didn't see you there. Just so you know, it's been 1 year since my accident. I just wanted to make this video to say thank you to everybody that has been next to me on this very long and difficult journey and made it a lot easier. I'd like to start with my family and all my friends that have been close to me, and all the people who I don't know who are friends of the family that have supported me through the GoFundMe and donations and kind words. I'd also like to say a special thank you to all the nurses that have helped me along the way, the OTAs, the PTAs, all my physical therapists and occupational therapists, psychologists, the whole team of doctors that has worked to get me to where I am now. I'll give you a little recap on what's happened over the past year. We started out in the hospital in Sudbury and I got surgery, and they got stabilized and flown down to St. Mike's Hospital downtown. In the ICU in St. Mike's I got further stabilized and then moved into the ward, and from the ward we moved into Lyndhurst Rehab, which was a huge step forward. That was the entire time we were in the hospital. I was basically just thinking about getting to rehab and starting this experience to get better. So once we got to Lyndhurst, there was a lot more stabilization that had to happen. We had to organize pills. Sitting upright wasn't possible, and when I was laying in bed and unable to sit upright because of blood pressure, I made a goal for myself to get into a manual chair. 11 months later, here we are pushing around a manual chair, and there's no way I would have gotten to this point without everybody's support that's been around me. So working through all that at Lyndhurst was a big journey. I can't say enough for the nurses and the physiotherapists and the whole team there has helped me get better, get healthy. After Lyndhurst, we moved into a transitional housing called The Gauge, and it's just basically learning how to live on my own, what I need, deal with attendant care, and now getting out into the community. And I got accepted to school, so I'll be going back to school in September. I guess another big thing of the recovery is the stem cells, the stem cell therapy, and also the neuroplasticity therapy. So the stem cell therapy was kind of unique. It's not an FDA-approved procedure, so the procedure happens in Tijuana across the border. The stem cells are facilitated in San Diego, California. So I guess the really big question is, did the stem cells work? Speaking to physiotherapists, they agree that I've gone beyond what we would consider natural progression. So I would say yes. I would say yes, they are working, and we have not reached a plateau yet, so we're still yet to see how much further we can go with these. The other thing we went to do was neuroplasticity training, and I owe a big thank you to Pat Brizone for covering all the costs and sending me down to the Neuroplasticity Center, which we absolutely loved and are going back at the end of August. So that therapy is about making new connections, neural connections from my brain to my extremities and the rest of my nervous system, and that had immediate results. Within 48 hours we see results from that. So yeah, the stem cell research, or the stem cell therapy and the neuroplasticity therapy were huge steps. I would love to go down and do another round of stem cell therapy after we reach a plateau. That's expected around 9 months. After the therapy, you can expect to reach a plateau around that time, so we'll reassess at that point. So a big group of my friends were here at Elora Riverfest when they found out about the accident. And I am lucky enough to be here 1 year later, celebrating with all of them. I'd like you guys to come in this video with me and show you. This is my family, and they've taken great care of me. And it's wonderful that I get to spend all this time with them. So I just want to say a big thank you. Thank you very much to everybody that supported me, and we're going to keep moving forward. We'll do another video soon.